Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Enoch and today I'm going to be showing you the best places to land in Fortnite Season 9. So up first is Snobby Shores. This is a personal favourite of mine since it was first introduced into the game back in Season 2. It isn't the most popular spot, which I like. I enjoy this because it allows me to gather up decent materials and loot. The only problem I have with Snobby Shores is sometimes the circle plays far away, so you have to leave to make the storm and get less loot, but this doesn't often happen. And if you have a launch pad or rift, you don't have to worry too much about making the storm. Another good thing about Snobby is the vending machine spot, and sometimes there's a quad that spawns in the last house as well. So I'm going to speed up the clip here just to show you kind of roughly what I'm getting when I land here. Up next is Sunny Steps. This was added in Season 8. I like this place because it has a lot of loot and materials, and again, just like Snobby Shores, it's remote. It's a good place to start the game, build up some loot, depending on where the bus is going, of course. I like to land here because it's easy to make the circle regardless of where you are, and because of the boulders on the side of the mountain, so if you don't pick up a rift or launch pad, you can always use them to get into the circle, and you're not rushing or you're not leaving loot behind. If the circle lands around you, it's very good as well because you can put pressure, not put pressure, you can actually go to pressure plant, you'll get more loot there and push on. And there's also some good areas around Sunny Steps to pick up some vehicles like the baller, or if the circle does land around you, and then in the area up the top right there. The next place I like to land, I think is one of the best for loot, is Polar Peak. I find this is a good place even if there is people going here, as you can easily get a weapon and escape quite easily. Like if say people land on top, you can always go to the middle, work your way down, or vice versa, go back up. There's a good few buildings outside the main building with chests and loot outside, so once you've looted the big main building you can go jump out, get the other buildings and then zip line out. Obviously zip lines is another thing, so it is easy to get away from Polar Peak because you've got all the zip lines. You can also, if you pick up gliders along the way, you can jump off the side of the mountain and glide away, make the circle. Now the next spot is the creative block. I enjoy this because it's generally full of good loot and of course the guaranteed rare item chest. Every week Epic changes this up so it can vary a little bit. I find this place is always has a ton of ammo and materials. You'll find constantly pallets everywhere and ammo boxes, so you'll definitely leave with a lot of material and ammo. I find this place always has a ton of good actual loot. I always end up with a purple and epics. Of course, lots of people always try to land here, but if you get catched at the right time when the bus isn't near it and try to go across the map, it will pay off, obviously. In the clip where I landed, I got unlucky with the circle. The guy landed in a house, so I only really had enough time to kill him while getting out, trying to loot a little bit as I left. The final spot I'd like to mention in this video is Paradise Palms. To me, Paradise Palms is like Tilted without the people. But of course, the circle is never your friend here, so thank God for the rift that's outside the town. The loot is good and the hotel building is my favourite place to drop. It gives you a good view while you're looting the place. You can kind of keep an eye out for enemies and see if you can spot anyone where exactly they are looting. There's also a ton of buildings in here to get mats before you need to go, if you have enough time, that's of course. Catching Paradise Palms when it isn't busy is definitely one of the best spots to land in Fortnite. Uh, Obviously it's going to give you a good start to the game. So that's it for my top places to land in Fortnite video. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in and watching. If at any point you enjoyed the video, please do give it a like, and for more content be sure to subscribe. Let me know if there's anything else you would like me to make a video on in the comments. Peace out.